Welcome in Amsterdam. This is the Eurocree Daily. We share your passion for hospitality excellence.
Thank you. Always difficult at the end of the afternoon to keep everybody awake, but I will give it a shot. What I wanted to do today with you is first talk a little bit about passion itself, show you quickly what Citizen M is, not so important, but to better put it in perspective, what we do with passion and how we create passion with our ambassadors, our staff. And that I do think is very interesting, so I want to give you a quick presentation, take you through it, and maybe even indulge you in some questions and make it more two-way, 2.0, than just one-way. When I was preparing and I was thinking about passion, it's very difficult. Innovation is easy because you create, but passion, what is passion? And it's pretty abstract, don't you think? Passion. Go and get me some passion, please. That's pretty hard to do. And it's basically a word that we use that we load. And it's the load on the other side that either gives us a good feeling and energizes us, so passion had an effect, but passion by itself is just a dead word. So what I feel is that it's more the reflection, the actions on the other side, the circumstances, the emotion, everything that happens around it, that makes it more interesting, and it loads passion. But passion itself is a farce. Passion comes from energy. Passion needs to be created. And what we tried to do when we created Citizen M is look at that innovation with our passion, our vision, and in creating it, we did every step of the way and looked at everything. So I will highlight only today the recruitment and the training, where I think our guest satisfaction comes from in the end, which is our staff and our ambassadors. So allow me to quickly take you through Citizen M and tell you about our brand. About 6 years ago, my partners and I got together, and each were associated one way or the other with the hospitality industry. We had either invested in hotels, supplied hotels, run hotels, and been associated one way or the other. And we felt that nothing really was happening. If you look in other industries, there's a tremendous reinvention. There are quantum leaps being made. Think of the car industry, the technology. Every couple of years something completely new appears in front of you. And in the hospitality industry, I think that some 40, 50 years ago, Holiday Inn came with a double queen room. And I think that Mr. Ian Schrager, 10, 15 years ago, came up with some cool boutique hotels. Anybody else? Oh yeah, we painted a white wall gray. That was innovation. Nothing is happening. So what we said, what we wanted to do is start completely new. And take a look at what does a contemporary traveler need. And when I say start anew, really take off that entire backpack with all the thoughts and beliefs. Maybe with all the educators here, not the smartest thing to take that off, but for now let's put it to rest. And what we did is we looked at it, how we could create answers to today's questions of travelers. So when we started out, we had our vision set and our mission to go and create a luxury contemporary hotel for the cost-conscious traveler. We call it affordable luxury for the people, or to have something incredible that's still payable. Not easy. What we said is let's pick our target audience, because target audience is something we have an ever-growing amount of people traveling, and we felt it was very important to take a niche out of that and not create something for everybody. So we took only a space of frequent travelers, people that are on the road 50, 100, 150 days a year. And because of their frequent travel, whether that is for business or leisure, have a certain need. Here are some of the characteristics that we thought. We created our rooms in a factory. Why? Very simple. Because the cost of construction is expensive. So we said, let's create a room that is small but very effective, and create it in the factory so our building cost goes down. So you see, innovation or limitations were not necessarily things that would withhold us. So in the end, we created a huge manufacturing process, and this is in a plant in Liverpool. We can build our hotels basically in any unit manufacturing plant, and we just take some space out of the line of production. And when I say that we create a room, I really mean we create a room. Our rooms are completely tested and later sealed in the factory, and if you see as the forklift truck picks it up, you see that the television is in there, the lights are on, everything is functional, water is tested, heating is tested, everything is done. Then we put it on the truck, and we bring it to the site. And at the site, what we do is we just prepare our foundation, put up a steel construction, and then we still love playing, we Lego. And we just put up the hotel. In the south of Amsterdam, we have a hotel that the stacking of the building took 15 working days. There were people that went on vacation and came back and found a hotel in their backyard. Once we put the roof over it, it's watertight again, and we can unwrap our little present. And this is how our hotel at Schiphol looks, 230 rooms, first hotel that we opened a little 2.5 years ago now. How could we find this location? Traditional hotels were able to build about 80 to 90 rooms at that location. We have 230 rooms. So space, when we asked our guests, was not a premium they were willing to pay for. So what we ended up doing is not providing them space. And we're successful and did some other things that I will show you. This is our hotel in Amsterdam, 215 rooms. And the same really there counts that nobody thought that they could build a hotel with that many rooms at that location. And what we do is we nestle our hotels close to 5-star properties. So what happens in effect is that we become affordable luxury. So you will not find us necessarily next to some budget hotels and be a very beautiful budget hotel. We just turn it around. This is our hotel in Glasgow that we just opened this summer, 200 rooms. And we are under construction in London. This is a hotel right behind the Tate Modern. This is a hotel we're building in London, right on top of the Tower Hill Tube Station. And we're going to New York. We have 2 locations, one at Times Square and one on Bowery, Soho. This is all a little bit to give you an idea of how an innovative concept can grow fairly rapidly. We think it's too slow, but we're now 5.5 years at it and growing. This is how you come in. At the entrance there is not a reception desk, because we felt that if we do electronic reservations, that would be the easiest for people, and chances that you know how to spell your own name are pretty good. So we figured that you then also can find your name in a kiosk where you are so used to, like an ATM where you get your money or check in when you're at the airport. And we have had now some 250,000 people check in and check out at our hotels. And the average is about 2 minutes in, check-in, and about 30 seconds check-out. That includes payment. And the interesting thing is that where the hotelier said, are you nuts? You're going to not have a reception desk, people? Hospitality? I mean, you're going to have a machine? And guess what the guest reaction is? Thank you for giving me control over a process again that I hate. Because they show up at the desk clerk is busy, you're a nuisance, and it's not a nice experience. So what we have done with our ambassadors, they're positioned right there, they grab your eyes upon entry of the hotel, and they're there if you need assistance. So high guest satisfaction by doing it differently. In my house, I don't know with you, but I have a living room, a dining room, but the epicenter of my house is the kitchen. So what we have done is when you walk into our hotel, you walk basically into the kitchen. Why? Because that's where I want to make a cup of coffee for you and welcome you into my home. So we have created a space that is a concoction between a pret-a-manger and a Starbucks, and a place where you can have a nice drink. And what we do is we have our ambassadors, and I spend a lot of time later on that, basically make you feel at home, feel at ease. And the human element comes out much more. What we don't have is a restaurant. Because frequent travelers are on the road, and when they want to eat, they go into the city. I heard some people already that they made some good reservations for tonight. But I think that often you come back to the hotel at 8, 9 o'clock, and the only thing you want to do is, like when you come home late, open your fridge, see what's in it, and snack. That's basically what we provide. A great strip of sushi, some salads, some sandwiches, but it's not a full meal. Then what we created is environments where people would feel comfortable. So in this area, for instance, it's a long table and a bar area whereby people sit together instead of being placed at a little table of two and look at somebody else being lonely at the table of two. And you sort of don't walk up and say, "Hi, I'm Michael." You sort of you smile at each other, and that's about it. So in our hotels, we create environments where people sort of meet up because you're sitting at the same table, you might as well talk. These are some impressions of the hotel. Social areas, just very easy, friendly places to meet. I want to stop for a moment at the ambassadors. One of the things that we felt that was very important from hospitality is that the human component is more important than anything else. And the human component is not, "Ma'am, did you have a nice trip?" Because really there's no load to that. The same as what is the load of passion. So what we have done with our ambassadors, and I will show you how we recruit them and train them, I want personalities, I want characters. And yes, we put them on a uniform, but they're uniforms that they can fit and do to their own liking. So they're jackets, sweaters, for the ladies' dresses, not for the men. But we do allow them a lot of flexibility, because here you see Pedro, who has a little piercing. Well, for those that don't know, that happens. When you go outside, you meet those people. So I don't know why we don't have them in our hotels. So it does not have to be that there's only piercings. That's maybe a little much. But if there's a little tattoo or an expression, that's what we want. And we want culture to come out. We want people to be themselves. Then we created living spaces. And our lobby is not a lobby, but our living rooms. So you have dining areas, living areas, you have the remote control laying around, there are tables where you can work, because the hybrid traveler today sits with their earphones, has their computer with them, and just wants Wi-Fi, and they don't want to be bothered. So what we do is we provide all that free. And in the mid-market, when you travel, we were thinking, and it's not innovation, somebody said that already on the little clip. Innovation is not creating something anew, but it is thinking so what is currently necessary is available. So when you travel in the mid-market, and you do that a lot, there's one thing you're not allowed to put on your expense report, that is movies. So we give them for free. What a revelation that is. And really, it doesn't cost us a lot, trust me. But it is just the thinking of those things that irritate, take them away, give a little bit more, make it human, and the whole thing works. So these are some of the areas in our hotel that we have. And you see, it's always prepared for a lot of people just to be comfortable. Our corridors, usually corridors are pretty boring, so we went to Google Earth and we took a print of the city, so you can walk over the city when you go to your room. These are our rooms. They're 14.5 square meters, and they provide, the lighting is not really optimal, but I hope you can see it. It's a very efficient, it's a king-size bed, 2 by 220, very comfortable, highest quality of linen. We have 2 cylinders, one is a shower, one is a bathroom, and we have in the room a lot of gadgets. So the gadgets allow you to, for instance, from one handheld piece, a little mood pad, to control the window treatment, the temperature, the lighting, the television. So you can do everything. Thank you, sir. Perfect. For those that want to go to sleep, it's safe. So what we do is in the room, we overcompensate for a small room with high aesthetics and